How you doing, guys? Welcome back. It's LSP. It's currently the 28th of May, 2022. Just one thing before I continue with the analysis today. The microphone that I'm using is a little bit closer than normal, so I'm not sure how the audio is going to come out. I've done a few tests. It seems okay, but I'm hoping that the audio is good for you guys. If you let me know down in the comment section below, and if I need to make any adjustments, obviously I will. So with that said, weekends come. We were expecting at least some movement regarding the options expiration. And as you can see, nothing really much has happened. The markets have been flat since yesterday. We did have this little bit of a tail off, as I was saying in the live session, and expecting maybe a little pop to 31,000. That hasn't happened. And it is looking like we want to kind of stabilize in this area. If I just look at this chart, you can see this consolidation, how it's moving in and out of its liquidity pools. What's interesting about this consolidation is that it's balanced, which means it's taken probably about the same amount of sell side liquidity as it has buy side liquidity. And just to show that a little bit more visually, you can kind of see sell side pickup, and then kind of buy side pickup here. Of the two, I would say it's slightly more favored towards the buy side accumulation, which would make sense in terms of Bitcoin, dominance. Some of the other things in terms of the amount of people that own, 1,000 Bitcoin plus, and so on. So this does make sense, and it kind of pairs with the news that institutions are picking up Bitcoin and so on. But we also have to remember a lot of these bigger deals and this huge money that is supposedly coming into Bitcoin is OTC, over the counter, and we won't see the effects of that on the actual chart. So going forward for the remainder of this, kind of weekend, next couple of days, Saturday, Sunday, I'm not really expecting much. Generally over the weekends, we do get some market volatility. At the moment, we know where our levels are. We know what's going on. We know what to expect with Bitcoin in terms of the broader picture. If we look at this chart, the potential to come down here at sort of 20,000 or sub 20,000, but also the potential to come up to 37,500 or so, is they're both there. So it literally is just a question of being patient, waiting for that injection of volatility, which we will see. We will see a really big, solid green candle, probably on the hourly chart, that we can verify and say, yes, something's just happened. And until that happens, it's just to get, it's not a guessing game, but it's a waiting game. Binance, again, holding up okay, pretty decent. Top end was around about sort of 337, 338, and obviously it staved off from there. We've come down back into, the liquidity. If we go over to the 4-hour chart, nothing's changed in terms of the key level we need to see price get through before we can consider seeing sort of 350, for example. So again, as with Bitcoin, it is a patience game. It's, waiting, sitting on your hands, keep your powder dry. I'm also going to be doing soon a video. I don't know if I'll have time to do this, but I want to kind of do some forward thinking scenarios in terms of, if we get a bearish tone to things, like pretty bearish, what would that look like? If things start to move higher, what would that look like? And I'll do it from a investor perspective, so we can kind of have some practical idea of how to navigate, the two different types of scenarios, bullish or bearish. And then going over to Ethereum, as we know, Ethereum has been showing a little bit of weakness, relative to the other two, predominantly Bitcoin. It is very close now to pretty much annihilating whatever liquidity is down here. If that happens and it still continues to bleed lower, the possibility that Ethereum goes to 1,400 is higher than the possibility of Bitcoin going to 20,000. Okay, and that is definitely something we need to be mindful of. Again, these are just my thoughts and opinions. It doesn't mean I'm right, but my experience, is telling me that. So with that said, it's just a quick roundup for the weekend. There won't be a live session today. That will be coming on Monday as as we continue to go into the coming week. And with that said, I hope everyone's having an absolutely fantastic day or evening wherever you are in the world, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next update. All the best, take care, and ciao.